Donald Trump's evening, described as historic, began this way. First, he received Nicole Pashinyan. Memorandums of understanding were signed on partnership in the field of energy security, artificial intelligence, and the development of the crossroads of peace capabilities.
We don't have any AutoPen. We don't have AutoPen.
After meeting with Aliyev, the trilateral meeting began. Through Trump's mediation, the pre-signing of the peace agreement took place first. Then the signing ceremony of the trilateral declaration occurred. From this text, it became clear that Armenia and Azerbaijan have applied to the OSCE to dissolve the Minsk Group. The next point revealed that a road named after Trump will be established in the territory of Armenia.
Memorandum Point 3. We reaffirm the importance of opening communications between the two countries for domestic, bilateral, and international transport based on the respect for the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and jurisdiction of states. With the aim of promoting peace, stability, and prosperity in the region and its neighborhood, these efforts will include unimpeded communication between the main part of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Nakhichevan Autonomous Republic through the territory of the Republic of Armenia, with mutual benefits for international and domestic communication for the Republic of Armenia.
The framework for the implementation of the communication project, named Trump's Pathway for International Peace and Prosperity, is yet to be defined. At the end of the declaration, a reference is made to the Alma-Ata Declaration, emphasizing that conditions for good neighborly relations have been created based on the principles of the inviolability of international borders and the inadmissibility of the use of force to acquire territories. The text then contains the following phrase.
Memorandum Point 5. We recognize the need to chart a bright future not predetermined by past conflict in accordance with the United Nations Charter and the 1991 Alma-Ata Declaration. After a conflict that caused unspeakable human suffering, conditions have finally been created for our peoples to begin good neighborly relations based on the principles of the inviolability of international borders and the inadmissibility of the use of force to acquire territories. This reality, which is not and should never be subject to revision, paves the way for closing the page of enmity between our two peoples. We decisively reject and rule out any attempt at revenge now and in the future.
This reality, which is not and should never be subject to revision, paves the way for closing the page of enmity between our two peoples. We decisively reject and rule out any attempt at revenge now and in the future. Nicole Pashinyan stated that the pre-signing of the peace agreement will pave the way for an end to the decades-long conflict between our countries and will open a new era based on full respect for each other's sovereignty and territorial integrity.
Very importantly, we have also resolved the key issue that foiled previous negotiations. This declaration establishes what they are calling a great honor for me. I didn't ask for this. The Trump route for international peace and prosperity, which is a special transit area that will allow Azerbaijan to get full access to its territory of Nakhichevan while fully respecting Armenia's sovereignty. So they're going to be able to really live and work together, and it's amazing. So that's a very important territory, I guess, very special territory to you, and now they work together. Armenia is also creating an exclusive partnership with the United States to develop this corridor, which could extend for up to 99 years, and then they promise in 99 years they'll extend it, right? You'll promise.
Nicole Pashinyan stated that the pre-signing of the peace agreement will pave the way for an end to the decades-long conflict between our countries and will open a new era based on full respect for each other's sovereignty and territorial integrity.
The initiating of peace agreement will pave the way to end the decades of conflict between our countries and open a new era based on the full respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of each other. Today's declarations, which President Trump personally will sign as well as witness, gives confidence and assurance that we're opening a chapter of peace, prosperity, security, and economic cooperation in the South Caucasus.
Aliyev, who has a wonderful mastery of the art of what to say, where, and when, thanked Trump with reverent bows, saying what he wanted to hear, that for 30 years no one could solve this issue, but he succeeded and finally proposed, jointly with Nicole Pashinyan, to appeal to the Nobel Committee to award the Peace Prize to Trump.
The fact that it is initialed here, in the capital #1 of the world, in the office #1 of the world, and in front of the great President of the United States, means that there should be no doubts and no suspicions that any of the sides would step back. If any of us, Prime Minister Pashinyan or myself, had in mind to step back, we wouldn't have come here. So you can be absolutely sure, as well as Azerbaijani community, that what has happened today will result in peace, long-lasting peace, eternal peace in the Caucasus.
To a question from an Armenian journalist about what would happen if one of the parties violates the agreements, Trump said, "You can call me." Aliyev also answered that question. The question about the possibility of the return of the people of Artsakh was left unanswered by everyone. The prisoners of war were not mentioned at all, but they ended the event in high spirits, stressing that the historic event is now reality and that finally Armenians and Azerbaijanis will live in peace and there will be no more war. Donald Trump gave his guests a warm farewell and left. David Sargsyan, ReOpen Media.